You can see there. Your Search Robotics kiosk has a solid portion of the work that you will put into the competition. And you can see this most important public-facing piece that is your robot. You can see this hat, which shows identity of the competition. Therefore, it's not only important that you have to look at, but also want to be inside of. Please consider this your guide, the most important part of kiosk interactivity. We have isolated two distinct aspects so that your interactive kiosk set pieces really shine. We'll begin with fitting to the theme. Having elements stick to your theme is a really phenomenal way to immerse your fellow competitors into your kiosk. This can be achieved by having your element let people interact with your theme's source material. For example, Marianopolis' Angry Birds kiosk, which lets you use a custom-made slingshot to play a game of Angry Birds. The other, admittedly more common way, is to have a kiosk element that lets the user feel like they're part of the world of the theme source material. For example, Dawson College had a custom VR simulation when we did the Matrix as a theme. And last year, John Abbott College's Minecraft kiosk let you light torches with a remote, akin to how your character lights torches without fully touching them in Minecraft. Themes that don't reference media can also use this tactic, such as having a golf cart for a country club theme, and having a passport scanner for an airport theme. The second vital aspect to consider for your interactive kiosk elements is the entertainment factor. How fun is your kiosk to be in? Is this element intuitive for use? These are all things you should ask yourself and your team when designing the moving parts for your kiosk. Dawson's kiosk last year, which scored first place, had a litany of interactive pieces, such as the ship's lights. These LEDs were activated by a repurposed switchboard, controlled by our Arduino Uno, which managed the different lighting modes and synchronized them with our corresponding video and sound effects. Some bonus considerations for immersive kiosk pieces are using recycled parts and giving little handouts. These aren't mandatory, but they make really great experiences for your team and for the people you leave souvenirs with. As someone who's helped here and there with kiosks in the past, I'm sorry for old technology and getting network modern software has led some of the most challenging, interesting, and rewarding experiences in my kiosk journey. For our prior Dodtrek kiosk, we found an old floppy disk reader and some disks. We decked these out to be a clearly organized way to sift through our digital content like our video, website, and tutorial. On the other hand, giving out handouts lets you better stay in the minds and hearts of people who visited your kiosk. Last year, some of these were given to our mascot and became parts of our kiosk in a way. And when filtering through kiosks I remembered from the past, the first ones that jumped to mind were the ones whose souvenirs I found in my room. We at Robotics hope you enjoyed it and put this PSA to good use. Make sure to really put your heads together as a team when planning and designing your kiosk elements, and hope to see you and your lovely kiosks all at Tactic. Bye-bye. And on a more personal note, this is my last year at the CRC after 5 years and 4 tutorials. It's been a wonderful ride, and I cannot thank students, the volunteers, and the mentors enough for making every year one worth attending. If you have doubts about coming back next year, I couldn't recommend it enough. I've considered quitting literally every year that I've done this, and I have not regretted staying a single time. And so, yeah, that's all from me. Have a great day, and see you later, sunshines. Bye-bye.
What's up, Jasper?
This is so stupid. It's so hard to connect. I wish there was another way.
Well, I have a better way. Anderson connectors.
Now let's go over how to use Anderson connectors. First, select the appropriate connector size for your wires and application needs. Sizes range from 15 to 350 amps. Start by stripping the insulation off the wire ends, leaving about 1/4 inch exposed. Insert each wire into the metal contact then crimp it securely for a snug fit. Double check the connection by giving it a gentle pull. Next, slide the crimped contacts into the connector housing until they click into place. Anderson connectors are designed for polarized use, meaning they'll only connect one way, which prevents reverse polarity. To disconnect, simply pull apart the connector. With this quick connect mechanism, they're as easy to disconnect as they are to connect. Traditional connectors can be unreliable due to loose connections, corrosions, and weak materials, often leading to overheating or power failure. Especially in high-demand applications, these connectors can't always handle frequent disconnects and reconnects, making them less durable over time, and just really annoying to connect.
So, ever since I joined Robotics 3 years ago, we've had a big issue with connectors. we've used almost every single kind of connector. That was up until last year when we discovered Anderson connectors. So, these handy little things can connect any different way, and we used them for the whole robot last year. So, Anderson connectors were great because they were reliable. The only issue we had with electrical portions were when we didn't use Anderson connectors. Use Anderson connectors! Use Anderson connectors! Use Anderson connectors!
Say it, Andreas.
Use Anderson connectors!
Hello there! Some of you might not know certain aspects and details of filmmaking. Some of you might even ask, but Crazy Dave, how can I create a good story with my camera? Do not fret, let me show you. Well, before we can start filming, we have to consider form, content, and concept, or FCC. Form is the artistic choice, such as the technique of the framing, color, and aesthetic. Another technique of form is cinematography. To portray a specific situation in the story, we use different camera angles. This is basically how you film using the camera, and there are different types of shots. A certain camera distance can say a lot, and I mean a lot, about the situation and its message. An extreme close-up of a person's eye, which is a very narrow view, can portray an intense emotion when they see a zombie and they're in a freezing moment of fear. A medium shot is a subject shown from waist up. For example, members working on the robot can demonstrate what they are currently doing. A long shot is a wide view of the surroundings in which the characters are in. A low angle is when the camera is positioned below the character. This shows a certain dominance. A high angle, in contrast to the low angle, is positioned above the character and minimizes them. And why not add the Dutch angle for fun? Content is the elements in the film like subject or characters, objects, and much more. For example, to portray our theme Plant vs. Zombies, we add props and animation to enhance our theme by using characters from the mobile game, such as Crazy Dave, plants, zombies, and portals. This is all the content. This example comes into play with mise en scène, everything placed in front of the camera. What kind of setting do you want? This is everything we see in frame, such as costumes, makeup, character expressions, their behavior and their movements, and also the lighting and the color palette. Lastly, the concept is basically how you would like to convey the main message and story to your audience. These will help convey a clear idea or message to the audience and avoid random aspects. The mise en scène portrays the message of the theme. In the situation where zombies are after people, you'd want your actors to act fearful and shaking a bit. Maybe not jumping around and joy and laughing, because realistically, they're not surviving the apocalypse. Although, per se, if you had horses in front of the camera, I don't think it's a good representation of the theme. Oh, my time is up. I wish I could talk more about this topic. No, let me talk more! Wait! Cinematography! This is gonna be shown on the big I don't know what to do. I don't know.
Hello, my little robot crew. What's going on? What's troubling you? Why are you running and causing such a mess? Spreading so much chaos, I must confess.
We're so overwhelmed that we can't find anything. Time is running out and the competition is in 1 month.
Don't worry, I know what you need. Time and order is the key indeed. I've got some methods to help you out. Let's look back and see what it's about.
The first thing every robot team should try is mapping their time to keep spirits high. Use a calendar, set what's expected to be, and you'll work together in harmony. I know, I'm the Lorax that's true. I speak for the trees, I do. But for this, we can spare just a few. A paper document helps keep track of what you do. It's important for time so clear and neat, Sometimes paper is the best way to stay on your feet. This year, Royal West Robotics took the lead. Color-coded their calendar, a smart move indeed. I highly recommend it. It's the way to go. Keeps things organized and helps the flow.
Well, what else can we do?
It's important to keep your space in line. A tidy room will help save you time. Let's take a look and set things straight. Your storage room can't wait. We need to clean this up. It's such a mess. No wonder you're feeling so much stress. Of course you're anxious, it's clear to see. Here, let me handle it. Leave it to me.
Wow, thank you. I feel cleansed. Wait a second. Where did all the stuff go?
It's on your beautiful pegboard you see. Each thing is labeled, clear as can be. So make sure to put things back in their place, to keep everything organized and save some space.
Please note, Royal West Robotics did not put everything back in its place, and it caused a lot of chaos.
Okay, Robotlings, gather round today. Let's talk about what we've learned, okay? Here's my final piece of advice to say. Have small check-ins to keep track of your day. See what you've done and set new goals ahead. Write down your progress and what's been said. Note setbacks and wins in a tool online. It helps keep you accountable and helps you shine.
In today's tutorial, I will show you how to sew costumes. Your first question is probably, what is the link between costumes and robotics? We all know that in order to have a good kiosk, you need to have the most interactive theme possible. So costumes really help you achieve that. Additionally, it helps people who are discovering the CRC competition for the first time identify you and your team members. Maintenant, une petite parenthèse sur la partie avant de coudre. Il faut designer votre costume, trouver un patron et bien sûr trouver le tissu que vous allez utiliser. Un dernier petit conseil, ça serait d'y aller plutôt simple que compliqué. Cette année, nous avons pris l'établi, ce qui est un design assez commun. Mais si vous voulez vous embarquer dans une aventure plus poussée, il va falloir vous attendre à ce que soit vous n'aurez pas fini à temps pour la compétition ou que vous serez déçu de votre résultat puisqu'il ne répondra pas à vos attentes. With that out of the way, let's get started. So first thing first, you need to cut your fabric according to your pattern. This is a very easy step, but basically, you simply put the pattern how you want it, double the fabric if needed, trace along the edge, remove the pattern, and then you can cut on the line that you made. Next, to have a cleaner finish, you will fold the exterior line as shown below, pin it down with a sewing pin, like one of these, and then it should stick together as you sew. This applies for every piece you need to sew. If you have pieces that are sewn to your main body, make sure to pin and sew them inside the fabric so that when you flip it upside down, it comes up right. Pour l'assemblage du fil, il faut tout d'abord insérer la bobine dans sa tige, puis aller enrouler le fil en sens horaire autour du guide-fil. Ensuite, nous allons aller l'enrouler sur la bobine du côté opposé de la machine, en sens anti-horaire. Ensuite, appuyez sur la pédale pour enrouler le fil, et puis lorsqu'il est rempli, insérez-le dans son compartiment dans la partie inférieure de la machine. Vous allez maintenant venir enrouler le fil de l'autre bobine, comme montré à l'écran. Passez-le dans le crochet. Et puis insérez le fil dans l'aiguille. Maintenant, vous allez tourner la roulette sur le côté de la machine en tirant sur le fil jusqu'à temps que vous voyez un nœud apparaître. Vous tirez dessus et placez les deux fils en dessous du pied. Il est maintenant temps de coudre. You need to sew everything from the inside because at the end you will flip your piece inside out. Une fois votre pièce finie, appuyez sur le bouton marche arrière, puis repassez et revenez sur votre tissu afin de faire un nœud. Once nearly everything's sewn, flip it inside out. Once it's flipped, fold your edges like this and sew it all up. And voila, there you have it.
That's a lot of questions. Let's dive into the fabulous world of shooters! First up, catapults. They are powerful mechanical devices that use stored energy to launch objects. Now, let's talk about catapult mechanisms because just like shoes, they have different styles. The three main types are the winch, the slip gear, and the choo-choo. The choo-choo, it's a cute name, right? It actually comes from trains because it works like a train's mechanism. In this animation, the motor turns the pink gear that pulls the red beam. The white pin restricts the motion of the red beam, and the latter pulls on the purple beam. When the white pin releases the red beam, the catapult is launched. The ratchet blocks the rotation of the mechanism in the other direction, relieving the motor and preventing it from overheating. Next up, the winch mechanism is a simple yet powerful tool for launching objects. When the motor turns, it engages the blue gear with the pink one, which winds a rope pulling the launcher down. The ratchet on the blue gear holds the launcher in place, which relieves the motor and keeps it from overheating. The slip gear mechanism is pretty self-explanatory. It is a type of gear designed intentionally with missing teeth. No, not real teeth. I meant the gear's teeth. The motor turns the slip gear, which turns the red gear holding the launcher. When the area with the missing teeth of the pink gear is reached, the red gear will slip, releasing the launcher. A ratchet helps in holding the launcher, which prevents the motor from overheating. Out of those three mechanisms, the winch is the most versatile because a launcher can be lowered and retained at any desired position. I mean, what else could the W unit's name stand for? Win, obviously. With the choo-choo and the slip gear mechanisms, the position of the launcher is dictated by the sizes of the assembled parts, like the sizes of the gears, the number of missing teeth gears, and the length of the arms. Flywheels are also great launching devices. They can launch projectiles accurately over large distances. They work best when the objects are round, like balls or discs. They're not ideal when multiple objects need to be launched at the same time. However, catapults can, especially over short distances. And that's it, you guys! You have officially become a launching expert. Who knows? Maybe you'll end up launching yourself straight to Barbie Land. Enjoy the ride! This is Barbie signing out.
Ce tutoriel est un guide étape par étape sur comment convertir un objet mesh en solide dans Fusion 360. This tutorial is a step-by-step guide on how to convert a mesh object into a solid body in Fusion 360. Transformer un fichier mesh en solide dans Fusion permet de travailler plus aisément avec l'objet en question. Ceci est très utile pour remixer des fichiers trouvés sur le web. Transforming a mesh file into a solid in Fusion allows you to easily work with the object that you want to convert. This is especially useful for remixing online files. Pour débuter, importez le fichier que vous voulez convertir via l'onglet Fichier, puis ouvrir et importer un fichier dans Fusion. Dans mon cas, mon fichier se trouve dans mes téléchargements, c'est alors là que je vais le prendre. For starters, you need to import the file via the File tab and select the Open function. In my case, the file I want to convert is in my Downloads folder, so this is where I'll take it. Une fois fait, rendez-vous dans la section Mesh de votre tableau de bord. Once the file is open, go to the Mesh tab and your dashboard. Dans l'état qu'il est, vous ne pourrez que convertir le fichier en solide avec face, ce qui est inconvénient. Pour que la conversion puisse éliminer toutes les faces, il faut d'abord créer des groupes de faces et c'est cela qui va dire au programme comment créer les faces du solide. In this state, the file will not convert properly. To eliminate the triangles, you need to group them into faces, which will tell the program how to convert it into a solid. Cette fonction, que je viens juste d'utiliser, permet de décider en trapper des précis. La fonction précise permet de rester fidèle au mesh, tandis que rapide permet de sauver des ressources du système. Pour cette démonstration, je vais utiliser la fonction précise parce que la fonction rapide peut causer quelques problèmes avec la conversion. This function allows us to decide between fast and accurate setting. The main difference is that is accurate, and fast might cause some issues during the conversion. For this demo, I will go with accuracy. Une fois que c'est fait, nous pouvons convertir. Pour ce faire, il faut aller dans l'onglet Modifier, puis cliquer sur la fonction Convertir. Once this has been done, you can convert it. To do this, you need to open the Modify tab and go down to the Convert function. Une fois le menu ouvert, vous pouvez sélectionner l'option Prisme qui élimine les triangles. Une fois l'objet sélectionné, vous pouvez cliquer sur OK et tout le reste se fera automatiquement. Once the menu is open, you can select the prismatic option, which will get rid of the triangles, and you just have to select your object and click OK. The rest will be automatically done. J'espère que cette vidéo vous aura été utile et bon design. I hope this video was useful and happy designing.